My pop said I'd be broke and barely eat. I should have bet the man.
It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jags and the Ravens, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Flowers. He's got it. And he will have a Ravens first down.
Menu narration option is set. Menu narration option is set to off.
Down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on the pickup of 8 there. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Middle. Yeah.
They run here with Singletary. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Now ETN to start the drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get levers, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9. ETN once more. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 44 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Quite the opening drive.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Hey, middle. 13. Hey, Ozzie.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 35. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. There he goes, left side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Singletary again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I like his awareness of the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football, so instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Landry. Oh, what a move. A very nice punt that time. Back they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens will take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Take right open. There we go.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll run with Etienne on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Lisa 24. Safe right.
Another tote for Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll roll him out. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff on the option to Singletary. And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We changed it.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready?
Jackson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
We changed it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Landry now on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Jackson on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Jackson now on second and 10. they'll just get rid of it.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
On third down, Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case. Not
at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. ETN up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Here we go.
On third down, here's ETN. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go play action with Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hey, Lion,
Second down at 4.
Great job.
Here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll go again with Etienne. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here we go.
A handoff for Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's a give to Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Hasty. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Go. You at X. You at X.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
DC, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, middle. 13.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Gets around him. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Hey, middle.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete, left side to Bateman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
On one, ready? Hey, Ozzy, you. Report. Hey, report.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Singletary. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Jackson. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. What a start to the season. This has been back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now Lawrence changing the play. They'll run. It's ETN.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Now 2nd and 4. On play action, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
ETN with it.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Here's ETN.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. And they'll run here with ETN. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that one a long 11-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 7, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
13.
Here's Jackson.
This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Jackson. His throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he is across and in for the score. extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing now, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Etienne up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Straight ahead, Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Lawrence now off the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's fourth and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. What a huge takeaway for this defense, the interception on the opening drive of overtime.
What an absolute disaster of a time for his first interception of the game, because throughout the game, he's made sure to keep the ball away from the other team. He's done a nice job of that. Here, the interception pops up, and now, on the other side of the field, all they're thinking, get 3, and we go home.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Hey, middle. 13.
Singletary going to get the handoff. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll take this down to the 33.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory.